Hello, it is Tuesday, October 17th, 2023. It's election day for the Speaker of the House. Jim Jordan has tons of people supporting him, but you've got 20 rhinos holding out and stopping him from becoming the Speaker of the House. The Democrats have tried to put forth Kevin McCarthy again. They tried to bring George Bush Jr. to be the Speaker of the House. It's an interesting deal surrounding that. George Bush Jr. was supposedly a hardcore Republican. So why, in this current situation, would the Democrats be begging, pleading, and clawing to get George Bush Jr. to be the Speaker of the House? It's a lot of interesting stuff that surrounds George Bush Sr., September 11th being one of them. George Bush Jr., his brother, Jeb Bush, was the head of security at the Twin Towers. So there's a lot that is kind of interesting with that. Not only that, but his father having a vendetta against the Middle East and the current situation with Israel, Hamas, and Iran. And all of a sudden now the Democrats want George Bush Jr. to be the Speaker of the House. That'll never happen. The corruption that surrounds the Democrats, the Bush family, it'll never happen. The American people wouldn't stand for it. But we're also facing the problem right now that the people who make decisions on behalf of the American people, the Congress, the Senate, are fighting and arguing once again on who's going to be the Speaker of the House. They can't get it done. People are holding out, not voting. At this point in time, it doesn't even come down to Republicans and Democrats anymore, like I've said in previous videos. It is just about the American people is what it should be, but they don't care. They do not care about you one bit. They are only worried about putting in a Speaker of the House that will advance their political agenda to line their pockets, to make them richer and richer and richer. The Biden administration is already asking, before we even have a Speaker of the House, for $100 billion as a one-and-done payment to Ukraine, and they're asking for billions of dollars to go to Israel to aid them. They're wanting to send American troops to Israel. Israel is saying they do not want any help. They don't want Americans' help at all in this situation. But if the Biden administration can get involved in the conflict over there in Israel and Iran and put boots on the ground, then he can say that we are at war and try to gain power of the purse and just write executive orders to pay for whatever he would like to pay for. As well as, if we're in a de facto state of war, he can try to postpone the 2024 election so that way he can be the commander-in-chief during the war until that conflict is over. So anybody see a trend here on what's going on? They're spending trillions of dollars since Joe Biden has took office for the 2.5, 3 years that he's been there. The man has printed $8 trillion and spent it. That's roughly $55 million a month since he's been in office. Or $550 million a month since he's been in office. That's a lot of money. And that's our money that they are spending at an alarming rate. Inflation is through the roof. People are filing bankruptcy at an alarming rate. And all they can come up with in Congress and Senate is how much money can we send to other countries? Do you know of any other president in any other country that is breaking their backs to send money to the U.S. because our citizens are hurting? There isn't one. There isn't a country that is going to send money to the U.S. to assist us. The only reason we send money to other countries to assist them is because of kickbacks to Congress, Senate, and the Biden administration. They are getting rich off from us every day, all day, as we continue to struggle. Happens constantly. And as I've been researching, it's been happening for hundreds of years. They have been lying, cheating, and stealing from the American people for hundreds of years. So that's what's going on today. We had Donald Trump in court. They are trying to charge him with inflating his properties and his businesses and all that stuff. They're not giving him a jury. They have placed a gag order on him. He's not allowed to talk about it. They are basically, the DA and the judge are the judge, jury, and executioner. They say he's guilty. They're not allowed to present any witnesses. They're not allowed to do anything. He's just guilty. That's it. There is no innocent until proven guilty in this case. They've talked to people who said, Donald Trump has gotten loans from them. He's paid them back. They can't even find a victim in this instance. The only person that they call to testify is a bank that Donald Trump used out of Switzerland 20 years ago. And the guy testified that Donald Trump paid the loan back, and that was it. There is no crime, but yet they are trying to destroy that man so he cannot run for president. That's not the way the world works. Like I've said a million times in all of my videos, Congress, Senate, presidency, they work for the American people. We vote for the people we want to represent us. If they are a tyrannical government and they are not doing what is best for the American people, then they are supposed to be replaced with someone who will. So remember that. If we make it to 2024, remember that at the voting boxes when you get there. Like I said, I wish I had better news to report. Like I said, Joe Biden is trying to call up the draft. He wants to include women now. A lot of that has to do with the jab, giving all of our American forces the jab. A lot of them are having heart problems now. Not to mention the transgender, gay, lesbian people that are in the military that are afraid to fight now and afraid of weapons. So now he has to call up the draft because he's gotten us into all these different conflicts with Ukraine, Israel, Iran, the Middle East. Here soon, it looks like it's going to be Taiwan. And we've pretty much depleted our military and our ammunition and everything by sending it to other countries. So it leaves us as sitting ducks, which, if the scenario as it goes that Barack Obama is running things behind the scenes, would make sense because he's trying to destroy the U.S. from within. And everything that you see around you, that seems like a pretty fitting thing that's going on. So, as I always say, like and share these videos. Comment down below what you think about the video, what's going on out there. Like and subscribe. Stay vigilant. Everywhere you go, everything you do, pay attention because it's hard to tell what's a lie and what's real. Have a good night.